Hi Leo, welcome. So Leo, this is going to be your reading. I'm going to start with the spiritual general messages and then I'm going to go into the you versus them love reading. I am time stamping this April because that's when I'm recording it, but my readings are timeless, so I just trust that whenever you find this, that's when it's for you. And Leo, yes, oh my gosh, let's get into this because as you can see, I already have cards out for you. I actually attempted to record this video 3 different times, and that's how I got cards out. I didn't want to put them back because I feel they're applicable, but let me just tell you, like, holy frustration, right? I feel like super frustrated. It's like starting, stopping. When I was meditating in the Leo energy, I felt a little bit of agitation. But I also felt pressured. So I don't know what areas of your life you feel like you're under a lot of pressure with, or just feeling like a lot of tension or pressure. Or like, I feel like the weight of the world is like on my shoulders, you know, and I can only take so much. And so Leo, that's the energy I was picking up on. And then I tried to like dive into it and it just, I got flustered, so I actually had to stop. I had to restart the video, remeditate, and here we are. So I feel like a lot of you may be feeling that. We did have an eclipse. We are in a retrograde. I mean, it is a bit crazy right now. Or this could just be a blip of time, you know, a moment where you're feeling flustered, okay? But the card that came out for you as your overall energy was the card of Scorpio. Also, by the way, something weird going on with the throat chakra. So I don't know if you're suppressing communication or like you are trying to stop yourself from, like, I heard exploding, but it can't be that intense for all of you. Like, stop yourself from communicating something, or somebody's doing that to you, but there's like a throat chakra blockage going on as well. Anyways, and also you could be dealing with a Scorpio. But don't have to be. It's a general reading. This card just talks about a very intense energy. I mean, and that's honestly what I'm feeling. On a positive end, it's very passionative. Passionative. Did I just make up a word? It's very passionate. Transformative, deep, mysterious energy, if you will. And then on the more negative end, this can be obsessive, manipulative, destructive energy. So it's a force to be reckoned with, I feel. And you may feel that swirling in the Leo collective. What's interesting is I got 3 Osho Zen cards to clarify. And the first card is the card of isolation. I don't know if you can get a good look at that. Look, my dog is going crazy now. And then the card of adventure and beyond the illusion. So you have 2 cards that kind of talk about, Leo, like this secretive or mysterious energy. So I feel like there may be a bit of that going on. Oh, hopefully he stops. I'm sorry. Dog life. I'm sure he'll stop in a minute. Then you have the card of isolation and the card of adventure. So I feel like, Leo, there may be times where you feel like isolating yourself, especially when you're not feeling the best, especially when you're feeling emotional. I often get the term like icing other people out, or maybe trying to even like numb out or ice out your own emotions, Leo. And then the last card is the card of adventure. So I feel like they want you to be open and open-minded and open-hearted to this energy and why things are occurring the way that they're occurring. Like, I feel like there is a push here, Leo, to kind of get you out of your comfort zone and into a newer space of your life, to maybe venture out into new arenas of your life, or to do new things in a new way. And I feel like I've gotten this message for you a few times already, so this may be a big year of transformation for you, okay? So let's see what else we have going on for my Leos. Leo. What else does Leo need to know? Queen of Cups, Two of Swords, and Temperance. So yeah, very sensitive, emotional, possible moody energy showing up, and I feel that is mostly coming from your energy, Leo, but you certainly could be attracting that, or other people may be feeling that around you. But I feel that this is a time to really get in tune with your emotions. There's a lot of uncertainty showing up, like not really knowing what to expect or what to think. And I feel like, you know, this is a time period where you're kind of sifting things out and figuring yourself out as well as figuring out how you feel and what you really want for yourself. The card of independence and autonomy is here. So, you know, Leo, I feel like a lot of the Leos I know, especially my feminine Leos, but masculine too, you spend a great deal of your life taking care of other people, okay? I don't know, there's just something like maternal, paternal about Leo energy that just loves to take care. And that's beautiful, and that's what makes you a Leo, and that's what makes you so attractive as well. But it's also like, take that and care for yourself as well. Like, don't forget to take care of yourself as well. Because if you don't do that, then you have nothing to give other people. So where have you been cheating yourself? You know, where have you been cutting corners with things that with niceties that you could be giving to yourself? You know, time and energy that you could be devoting to yourself. And think about that, prioritize that. So let's see what else for my Leos. The Lovers, the High Priestess, and the Nine of Pentacles. So with the Lovers here, this is talking about connections, right? Relationships. Some of you have a very strong intuitive connection with somebody that's showing up. And this is deep. This is on a spiritual level. And yet the Nine of Wands is here, which is kind of being on the fence or a little guarded or uncertain, okay? So there could be uncertainty around relationships or a particular relationship. If that's the case, I feel like you need to sort out your feelings first, Leo, and listen to your intuition before making any decisions, right? And maybe you do need to isolate a little bit. Maybe you do need to take the time to feel it out. There also might be like an elusive energy around this connection as well that's requiring you to listen to your intuition on a deeper level to figure out, you know, some of you are trying to figure out, you know, like, what is this person thinking? Hold on a second. Yeah, it's a sense of like trying to figure out somebody else or like what they're thinking. You know, every time you think you know what someone else is thinking, all you ever really know is what you think they're thinking about you. Does that make sense? Like, the only thing you could ever really know is what you think they think about you. But not ever do you have 100% certainty that you know exactly what they're actually thinking. I hope this is making sense. So a lot of people make up narratives in their brain that actually hurt them, that may not even be the truth of how others think about them. Let me give you a for instance. Say you are trying to get into the mind of your lover, right? And because you've been with this person for a while or whatever, you have a connection with them, you think you know what they're thinking. Which, you know, if you're very intuitive and you can read energy, you can get pretty damn close, right? you can get close enough to understand what emotion they're emoting, but why they're emoting that, meaning like what thoughts are tied to that emotion or energy, that's the part that's really tricky, right? So your partner could come home and you can sense, right, that there's stress there. Okay, and then maybe because there's stress there, they start being irritable towards you. Now, you're sensing the stress, which is more than likely accurate, but the thoughts that caused the stress in that person is wildly up to interpretation. So let's say that you take it personal, which most people do, right? This person is irritable, they seem to be pointing it at me, it is personal. And so now you start creating a narrative of what you think that person is thinking about you that's causing them to be mean or irritable towards you. And then now, not only are you growing the irritation, but you're also creating a dialogue in your mind about what you think they're thinking. And say you go on for a few hours without verifying with that person. Now you've made up a full-blown story. Now you're like, you know what? I know what it is. I bet my partner is mad at me because of this, this, and this. And so now you're arguing in your mind about why you were justified, so that next time you talk to your partner, you're going to have something ready to say to them, right? Are you following me? In the meantime, let's say that your partner, yes, was irritated, was feeling stressed, but it wasn't anything at all to do with what you think it's about. Maybe it was about something else going on in their life, and then you finally sit down and talk to them and you say, I know why you're mad and here's why. And they say, no, actually, no. It was not personal to you. I just had a bad day at work. Oh, okay. But see, you can get yourself all fired up over what you think somebody else is thinking. But just know that you're making it up most of the time. And you're creating a lot of unneeded stress. Like, we all do this. We all role play in our mind, right? But it's like, in order to know, is this worth me fixating on, dwelling on, role playing in my mind? Then sometimes you just need to be direct, and be direct in your communication. Do not assume, do not make assumptions. You know, let other people tell you what it's really about, and otherwise assume that it's not about you at all. Just assume that. Just assume that other people's negative feelings and bad emotions are not about you, even if they are seemingly directed at you. You are never responsible for another person's disalignment. People choose how they want to feel, just like you get to choose how you want to feel. Now, you are responsible, however, for your alignment, which means if you want to feel good, then you got to think good thoughts, and you got to assume positive intent, and you got to let others be, right? Otherwise, you're going to get really messy with the others. And some of this messiness that I'm feeling is mostly in your mind. What you think other people are thinking, or another person is thinking about you, that's got you all balled up or all twisted up, or has the ability to do that. And it's not even really about that at all. Why do we do that? I've asked myself that question. I know you guys know what I'm talking about. Or like, say you go into a crowded room and it's all strangers, and you think, oh my gosh, they probably think I look so stupid. And then you start getting all insecure and changing your energy. And like, in the meantime, there could be people in the room that think you're the smartest person on the planet, and you know, may not be even, there's some people that aren't even paying attention, don't even care that you entered the room. You know, people don't really care as much as we think they care. You know, that sounds bad. So let me rephrase that. I guess let me say that better. It's normal for us to care about other people, but nobody on this planet cares enough to the degree that they prioritize other people and what they're doing predominantly over what they've got going on in their own life. Because it's almost impossible. You have to focus on what's going on in front of you. So you could really, really care about other people, but that don't mean that, you know, you're thinking about them 24/7 and, you know, weighing and judging their decisions. And yet we all function as if we are being judged all the time. But yet we are the judge and juror. In fact, we are the only person on this planet who can condemn ourselves. God does not condemn. Source, whatever you want to call it. Source is unconditional love. There is no condemnation coming from unconditional love. Right? Other people can have opinions about us, but most of the time, they're so involved in what they've got going on, they really don't have strong opinions. And even if they do have strong opinions, they don't sit and think about them 24/7. Not as often as you think. Right? So who's causing the primary condemnation and judgment that we are feeling? Our mind. Our mind. Ourselves. Ourselves are the one thinking we know what other people are thinking, and therefore judging ourselves because of that, or because of this hyper awareness that other people might think that, right? Or, you know, my partner's bad mood is most definitely my fault. Everybody's responsible for their own mood, right? So how can you take better care of yourself, Leo? Because that's what I feel this is really about. This is the topic of conversation that I feel guided to talk about. How can you take better care of yourself? By taking better care of the way that you feel. And let's just assume, since we don't have control over what anybody else thinks anyways, if we're going to tell our brain that we know what other people are thinking, and now we know that most of the time we're not completely accurate with that, then why not tell our brain all the positive things that people could be thinking? Because there's just as good of a chance that that's going on too, right? So, and even if it's not true, who cares? Because you're telling yourself untruths all the time, and you don't even know it. So why not tell yourself, you know what? I think that person really loves me. Or I think that other people see me as strong and confident, because I am strong and confident, you know? Why not assume that people are thinking positive things about you? And I know there might be like naysayers on this video, like, oh, okay, be delusional. And I'm not saying like, you know, create a complete delusion. I'm just simply saying that it's all right to let go of the negative narrative about others and other people and their thoughts, and make it more so about your own thoughts, and assume positive intent. Assume that you're interacting with people who are a mixed bag of good and bad, and that you can be a match to the good in them. Assume that if you can see the good in other people, then they can also see it in you, right? Because people do often mirror what you expect or how you see them. You see somebody through the eyes of love, typically they feel that, right? You see someone through the eyes of hate, typically the other person will feel that. And then therefore they will see you in that light as well, right? Anyways, I hope this is making sense. Oh my gosh, I've been talking for 20 minutes. That was a guided message, okay? I'm question like what? Wow. I hope that resonated. I'm not even sure I'm going to keep this video, but at the same time, anytime I get a really strong guided conversation like that, I feel like it has purpose behind it, right? So I guess I'll keep it. Anyways, let's see the cards. The last two cards. What are they for Leo? What else do you need to know? Justice card. And the Three of Swords. Yeah, some of you feel hurt around a relationship or very emotional about a relationship. And yes, it could be your partner, your intimate partner, but it could also be a friend or a child or a parent or a coworker. I mean, you name it. I just feel like there's a lot of uncertainty about how to feel, and there's been hurt within that situation. But again, like I think the reason I got that guided message was to remind you, Leo, that a lot of the hurt that you're feeling or that is being inflicted upon you is through your mind, through your perception of what you think they think, which may not at all be what they think. But you believe it is true if you think that's what they think. And therefore, you create a vibration point and a reality, so to speak, out of that. You make it become a reality because you get what you believe in, whether you want it or not. So, what narrative do you want to tell yourself, Leo? Or maybe just leave them out of it altogether and only think about what you would like to think about and how you think of them, because that's what matters the most. The discord that you're feeling is not coming from the way this person thinks about it. It's coming from the way you are thinking about it, because however you're thinking about it, it's throwing you out of alignment. Wow, deepest spiritual reading I think I've ever done. And this should be a very interesting love reading, right? I feel balance coming to the situation here, Leo. And I also feel like, yes, isolate when you feel sad, but when you're feeling good, get out. Get out. Move about. Go out with friends. They're asking you to go more into your social aspect of yourself. Or if nothing else, do something that feels good to you. Like I just got a vision of somebody hiking alone, you know, or going for a walk. Get out into nature, things of that nature. All right, so let's see what the guidance has to say for you, Leo. Card number 16, attempting to control others attracts more to be controlled. Wow, very interesting. It is easy to understand how you would come to the conclusion that your path to feeling good is through influencing or controlling the behavior of others. But as you attempt to control them through influence or coercion, you discover that not only can you not contain them, but your attention to them brings more like them into your experience. You simply cannot get to where you want to be by attempting to control or eliminate the unwanted. So, oh my gosh, this is exactly what I was talking about. So what do you do then? Then you release that and you try to control one thing and one thing only. And that is the way you choose to think about it, Leo. Deep. Let's go into the love you versus them reading and see what else is coming through. Sit right there. I'll see you in just a second. And welcome back. So, Leo, now we're going to go back and forth between you and the person you may be connecting with. Keep in mind that the person you may be connecting with may be an intimate partner or an ex, but it could also be a family member, a friend, a child, a parent, a coworker, you name it. Keep an open mind. And the roles may be reversed. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and let's get into it. So, Leo, my cards are a little crazy here. Whew, there we go. Leo and the person they are dealing with. It's interesting that you got this card here for... Okay, you got two more cards. person Leo is dealing with. Oh my gosh, you both got 3 cards. Now, isn't that weird? Because I feel like I've gotten 333 for you before, but I also attempted recording this video 3 times. And then now you just had 3 and another 3 pop out, and I just looked down and this is the card number 3, which was also in your spiritual reading. 333. Look it up. Anyways, here's your cards. The card of morality, innocence, and guilt. Ooh. And why do I keep hearing this song? And I got this when I did your last reading. Is this a sweet dream or a beautiful night? Oh my gosh. Take it if it resonates. So this is heavy. This is intense, Leo. I'm not gonna lie. This is showing up in your overall energy. Some of you, it's like making the moral choice, right? And for some reason, I feel like there is this guilt showing up here. Now that could be on your end or this person's end. And I also heard the loss of innocence or naivety, things of that nature. So all very interesting messages coming through. Take it as it's resonating with you. And when I say that, I mean, that could mean literally the loss of innocence, but I want to take it a step further. That's not going to be for all of you. Some of you, it could just be like the facade fell down, or like what you thought was really innocent really wasn't, you know, or maybe in your own innocence, right? You made a mistake that like your now self would not do, or the mature person that you are now today wouldn't do. And then there's like guilt around that. Anyways, if that's the case, for those of you in that group, that guilt doesn't serve you. Spirit does not see you as wrong. And it was a learning opportunity. So be easy about it. Anyways, this person has courage, isolation, and beyond the illusion. So I feel like this person is trying to have the courage to, you know, again, maybe come out of the space where they were maybe isolating or not feeling the best. And maybe having like a little bit of fogginess or brain fog to them. I feel like there's that elusive, like mysterious energy showing up again. So let's see, Leo. We're going to look at most recent past, and then we're going to look at what led up to the now moment. And how you both see and feel about each other underneath it all. And most likely outcomes. So, recent past for my Leos. 9 of Cups. King of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles. So actually this looks very favorable. Some of you may have been heavily focused on more of your finances and materialism, like the 4th house of assets. Gosh, that keeps coming up so much. I think that's come up in like every reading that I've done so far. And also, it's a very successful energy, right? It's a very stable, committed, grounded, clear, wise type of vibe, right? So I actually feel you being in this really good space, at least in the recent past, which is so intriguing to me because the crowning cards are so intense and a little dark, but I feel you're transmuting this. Like you are... Maybe you are finally coming to that space where you're turning guilt into wisdom, you know, where you once may have shamed yourself, now bringing that into acceptance, which is really a beautiful energy. So let's see this person's recent past. Also, you're very clear about what you're committed to. Very clear on that. And who you're committed to. Okay, so recent past, 8 of Wands for this person, King of Wands in the World. So I feel like the person you've been connecting with, Leo, is like all steam ahead, is it all steam ahead? You know, let me think of a better term here. They're ready to move forward. And oh my gosh, and I'm getting the term in cahoots. They're in cahoots with you. I don't know what in the world. Anyways, I feel like this person is having a completion here. They are in the space of like being ready, determined, motivated. There's success coming in for them. There's movement forward, communication, news coming in as well. So I actually feel like both of you being in this very powerful, positive energy, which I love. So let's see then in the now, how do you see this person? How do you perceive them, Leo? Temperance. Seven of Swords. Okay, I'm going to tell you this doesn't apply to everybody, but some of you see this person as half the truth. Half the truth. You believe half the truth. You believe half of their truth. Something of that nature. Like there's a skepticism around this, which I was not expecting to see here, but it's definitely showing up. So you see this person is very autonomous, very independent, strong-willed, yet mysterious. We're going to say that. I don't want to use the deceptive word, although some of you, yes, that. But on a more positive note, it's like this mysterious energy that I felt in the spiritual reading. Like you never quite really know what this person is thinking. And I think that just drives you, it could drive you insane, Leo, if you were to overthink it. Oh my gosh, this is tying the spiritual reading to the love reading. If you skipped over the spiritual reading, you better stop doing that. Like go back and watch it. Tisk tisk. That's what it is, though. That is the connection there. So, because you never really know what this person is thinking, it leaves you to fill in the gap. But just remember that you're never really picking up on what they're thinking. You're only ever picking up on what you think they're thinking, which may or may not be accurate at all. Tricky, tricky. Ooh, ew, ooh, Leo, that got interesting. Goodness, okay, let's see what this person has going on. How do they see Leo? Two of Pentacles, Ten of Cups, and the Knight of Pentacles. The first thing I heard is, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. You know, sometimes people use I don't know as an excuse to not say yes or no. I wonder if this person does that. Or if maybe you do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do it to my children, so I'm guilty of this. They'll be like, can I go to my friend's house next week? And I'll be like, oh, I don't know. And that's all I'm doing is buying time because I don't really know if I want to say yes or no. I don't know if you do that a lot, Leo, or maybe this person. It's kind of like a non-committal type of trait. But that is the first thing that I got when I picked up these cards. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Interestingly enough, this person sees you as well balanced. Um, and there's a lot about you that they love, Leo, that they feel emotionally connected to. A lot of happiness, a sense of belonging. This is a family card as well, like family energy. Warm, inviting. That's how they see you. On your best days is also what I got. And then there's the Knight of Pentacles, which is this more pensive, stubborn, fixed energy. And that's also how they see you. So, wow, I'm fascinated with this reading. Okay, let's go into the heart space then and see what's going on underneath it all in the emotions. How does Leo feel about this person? Six of Wands, Page of Cups, the Death and Rebirth card, Scorpio energy. I picked that up in the spiritual reading as well. Well, there's a positive change here, right? Or maybe that's what your heart is wishing for. Like, I actually feel like you wish this person well, or you wish them success, or you want to see them succeed, or maybe this is how they feel about you, Leo. But it's all positive, you know, and that really, regardless of whether you're in this connection or not, currently, I feel you're still in a positive state of wishing well for this person and seeing their potential. There's also a completion here, or a cycle, or a lesson learned, a karmic completion showing up in the heart space, and it has to deal with abandonment. Okay. So let's see this person's, how do they feel about you, Leo? The Hierophant, the Devil, Ace of Pentacles, and the Hermit. Ooh, that's a lot of major arcana right there. So, you know, especially if this person is a fixed sign, Taurus, Aquarius, Scorpio, or Leo, they can become like really, really intense. Let me put it to you this way. In a positive way, they could be insanely focused, intense, and therefore achieve the things that they want with ease. On the negative end of that, they can be manipulative, obsessive, and destructive. So it's a mixed bag here, and I'm sure I'm not telling you anything you don't know if this is resonating with you. But I feel like this person is also going through their own transformations right now. And I feel like they're hyper fixated on doing the right thing, which is not an all too bad thing to focus upon. They're also focusing on what they're committed to and doing a lot of self-work and or like spiritual work and or self-reflection here. Like, I feel like this person asks themselves, like, how did I get in my own way? Or maybe they need to ask themselves that. But there is definitely a lot going on in the emotional space. And when this person is committed, by the way, they are committed. They obsess over that commitment or that connection, that partner. And that could be super exhilarating, Leo. I feel like you would like that. But it could also be a bit scary if you don't like that. Well, I don't want to say scary, but intense, you know. Like, this is a black or white type of energy, all in, all out type of energy. But it's like when they have a goal, or when they decide like this is my person, or whatever it is that they've got their focus on, it's like obsessive about it, hyper fixated. So some of them are obsessed right now with, like I said, making it work, what they're committed to. I feel like this person really wants to do the right thing, trying to do the right thing. Okay, so let's see most likely outcomes for my Leos. There you are, Leo. 6 of Cups, 10 of Wands, the 7 of Wands. Gosh, this is a long one, isn't it? Ooh. I would say sorry, but hey, a little extra reading for you guys. A little extra reading time, I should say. So, Leo, this is you showing up here. Gosh, the past is just weighing you down. I feel like in the spiritual reading, I felt really frustrated. I felt like the world was on my shoulders, Leo, and I was picking that up as your energy. And I get that same feeling with this card combination of like needing to let something rest, like needing to let something off your shoulders, or, you know, give yourself grace to give yourself peace of mind. Because I feel you carrying a lot of this weight or emotional weight with you. I'm sorry, I just got a song. He says, time keeps on slipping, slipping, slipping into the future. I have no idea the artist, or I'm not even going to attempt to sing that one. Some of you may feel like that, like time is slipping, you know, which is an illusion of the mind. Anyways, yeah, this is all about standing in your strength, Leo, and finding that safe space, right? And you know what? I love that through all that you've been through, that you've maintained a good heart. Isn't that something to be proud of? You know? Spirit wants you to take pride in yourself. And let the past go. Let's see this person's most likely outcome. 2 of Wands. Knight of Cups. The Star and the Ace of Swords. So, Leo, this person, gosh, they have a lot of major arcana, a lot of powerful energy showing up on their side. So, this person is in a really powerful vibe. It's all movement forward for them. This person is very future focused. They are headed towards like achievements, wish fulfillment. They are hyper fixated on something, and they are likely to get what they want. And if it's to deal with this connection, then this connection, right? But whatever it is, I feel like this person is getting some sort of reward here, or spiritual download, or clarity coming through. It's like they believe in themselves. That's what it is. Like whatever they've set forth, they believe in it. And because they believe in it so much, it gives it power, right? So if this person is shining that light on you and they believe in you, that would feel addicting almost, you know, because I feel like they have that energy about them, or persuasiveness, or whatever, however you want to say it. Vice versa, if they were to take that away, right, that would feel awful. So all the better reason why, Leo, to always make how you feel about yourself and not dependent on others or another or this person even. Because you can never control when people will choose to shine their light on you and when they don't choose to do that. But if you lose yourself every time that light gets taken away, it puts you in a weak space that is unnecessary. But say if you make how you feel about your light and the light that's always within you, that you can shine whenever you choose to, whether it be upon yourself or others, nobody can take that light from you but you. And that's where all your power comes from. Wow. This was so intense. These are all very high level messages. I feel like this person is going into this space where they're going to be expressive. There is a wish fulfillment here. There is clarity or the truth coming. You are needing to let the past go, Leo, to focus more so inward than anywhere else, and that of which is for you will be attracted to you. And I do feel like what you're attracting during this time frame is, one, a karmic completion, but also if you look at this energy, it's all about that fourth house, your stability, home, finances, wealth, material things, the things you have control of, your work, what you do on a daily basis, right? And then as it pertains to love, that part is attraction, attraction, attraction. Do your thing and see what comes in. So let's see what the guidance is from the cards. Although I feel like this is the longest reading ever. Oh my goodness. What is the guidance for Leo? Card number 2, that is that which is likened to itself is drawn. Everything that you perceive is vibration, and the life you are living is your vibrational interpretation. The powerful law of attraction is at the root of everything you experience, and the never-changing, always accurate premise of this law is that which is like unto itself shall be drawn. When you give thought to something, you begin the attraction process of the essence of that subject into your life experience. Once you have activated a thought vibration within yourself by giving attention to the subject, the progression of expansion occurs. Ooh, Leo. Very interesting reading. I loved it. I hope it resonated with you. Zodiac signs that you may be connecting with or have in your own chart. I have Aquarius, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, Scorpio, Pisces. Could be another Leo, Sagittarius, and Scorpio again. Those are the primary signs I'm seeing. To take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it did resonate, let me know in the comments down below. Also, don't forget to give me a like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook for more fun stuff. I do go live over there. And I brought my Sunday lives back, so make sure you hit the subscribe button so that you get the notifications when I go live on YouTube. Otherwise, I'm wishing you all the very, very best. And until next time, my friends, namaste.